The night shift, when the world sleeps, but some are left alone in empty buildings, dimly lit corridors, and eerie silence. But sometimes, they are not alone. These are 3 terrifying true night shift horror stories that will make you think twice before working after dark. The Vanishing Janitor. In 2017 at St. Mary's Hospital, a janitor named Luis Ramirez worked the graveyard shift. His job was simple: clean the empty halls and make sure all the doors were locked. But one night, he vanished without a trace. CCTV footage showed Luis walking down a hallway at 2:37 a.m., but he never came back. His cleaning cart was found in the middle of the hallway, mop still dripping wet, as if he had disappeared mid-task. The police searched the entire hospital, but there were no signs of him. The last door he was seen entering led to the basement storage room, but when security checked, the room was empty, except for one thing: his shoes, neatly placed side by side in the center of the room. Some say the hospital is haunted by the ghost of a patient who died in room 405, whose last words were, "I will never leave this place." Did Luis encounter something supernatural? Or did he step into a place where no one was meant to go? The Late-Night Intruder. Working the night shift at a 24-hour gas station can be eerie. You see strange people, but one night, Jason Miller saw something he will never forget. At 2:50 a.m., a man walked in. He was tall, pale, and wearing old tattered clothes. But the weirdest part, he never blinked. Jason felt uneasy, but rang up the man's purchase. The man handed him a $2 bill, then slowly smiled and said, "You've seen me before, haven't you?" Jason was sure he had never met him. As soon as the man left, Jason checked the security footage. But what he saw made his blood run cold. There was no man in the footage. Jason had been talking to thin air. The $2 bill was still in his hand. But when he looked at it again, it was dated 1921. Who or what had Jason served that night? And why did the stranger's face seem so familiar? The Haunted Warehouse. In 2019, Eddie Carter took a night shift job at a shipping warehouse. It was easy money, just sorting packages and making sure everything was in place. But something else was there with him. At 3:12 a.m., Eddie heard whispering. At first, he thought it was the wind, but then it grew louder. When he turned the corner, he saw something terrifying: a man standing inside a locked storage unit. The problem? That unit had been sealed for years. Eddie grabbed his radio and called security, but the second he looked back, the man was gone. The storage door? Still locked from the outside. Security reviewed the footage, and what they found was even worse. The video showed Eddie talking to someone, but in the footage, he was completely alone. Eddie quit the next day. To this day, no one knows who or what he saw inside that warehouse. But one thing is certain: the whispers haven't stopped. The night shift holds secrets, shadows that move when no one is there, whispers that travel through empty hallways, and figures that watch from the darkness. So the next time you work late at night, remember, you might not be alone. Which of these true night shift horror stories creeped you out the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more terrifying real-life horror stories.